What is going on, guys? This is your boy Deacon, and today I'm bringing you some long-awaited Call of Duty beta footage. So in this video, we'll be going over the 4 maps available only through the beta gameplay. Don't forget to tune later on to my channel where I'll be covering all the guns, tactical and lethal equipment, score streaks, and divisions. I gotta be honest with you though, after years of flirting with the near future settings and an eventual plunge deep into space, I thought Call of Duty was on the verge of becoming like a Halo knockoff. But ever since Sledgehammer announced that they were going to go back to a more conventional style of warfare, I was psyched out of my mind. I couldn't wait for this game to come out, and although this is just the beta and the game doesn't come out until November 3rd, the beta is a good way to get a hands-on feel of what this Call of Duty game is going to be all about. So let's go ahead and start with the intro of the game, and then we'll get started going over all the fun stuff. Pay attention to the division breakdown as it details what each division is all about. I'm going to take a step back while the intro plays, so please sit back, stop picking your nose, and enjoy the footage. Here we go.
This is headquarters. Your home away from home and the center of your time here off the front line. You're not out there in the field. This is your place to advance your career. So gear up, train hard, and get to know your fellow soldiers. We're well supplied, but you've got a lot to learn. Every man and woman on this beach knows this was just the first step in pushing back the Germans. We're counting on you to help us push through to the Rhine.
I'm Captain John P. Andrews, and I'm here to recruit you to the U.S. Army Infantry. As infantrymen, you will experience more combat than any other branch in our multinational force. You will be the tip of the spear. For that reason, you'll receive individual skills training and be made fit to fight. The instruction you'll receive emphasizes individual rifle marksmanship and hand-to-hand combat, so you will be able to engage the enemy at any range. At longer engagement distances, you will rely on your skills as infantry riflemen to destroy the enemy. Up close, you will receive instructions on how to fight with the band.
Welcome to the Airborne. We are the most well-trained, physically fit, and battle-ready unit in the U.S. Army. Being a Sky Soldier requires peak physical fitness, mental and emotional toughness, and unhesitating courage. It doesn't get any more dangerous than this. We're the first in the fight, and we're the last thing opposition wants to see. We are hunters from the sky. If you think you've got the guts, then gear up, get on board, and let's go kick some Axis ass.
Pay close attention. The sooner we get the introductions out of the way, the sooner we can get to blowing things up. My name is Major James Parks of the Royal British Armoured Division. Our armoured forces have one mission, and one mission only. Engage and destroy the enemy. We specialize in direct combat with opposing armoured forces, strong points, and fighting positions. And we're also frequently called upon to provide for direct fire support for our comrades in the infantry. A weapon that is issued in our branch down to the squad level is the light machine gun. As a member of the armored division, it will be your duty to clear the way for our brothers in arms. If we don't do our job, then they can't do theirs. We fight for king and country, but most of all, we fight for each other. It is an honor to be armored. Never forget that. Now, let's get started, shall we?
Welcome, soldiers, to the Canadian Mountain Division, the most elite unit in the entire Allied Armed Forces. If you want to run headlong into Axis strongholds, try the infantry. But if you want to make your shot count, then we have a place for you. You are the eyes of the unit. You take in everything. The whole world lives between your crosshairs. Find your vantage point and execute the mission. They can't hear us, they can't see us. By the time they detect us, it's too late. If you have a keen eye and a steady hand, if you have the patience to wait for the perfect shot, if you can quiet the world around you and do what needs to be done, then look nowhere else but the Mountain Division.
Attention! Welcome to the Resistance. We do not have the luxury of time as our enemies are closing in, so I will be brief. We are the pioneers of a new expeditionary force, specializing in sabotage and covert operations. We operate by night, raiding supply points for weapons and explosives, including the incendiary shotgun shells that spark flames, creating a hailstorm of fire that consume our enemies. If you want to join us, you must be willing to sacrifice everything for the good of your countrymen. We are the French Expeditionary Force. We are the fire that will burn down the Axis Empire to the ground. Vive la Résistance. Vive la France.
Okay guys, let's take a quick look at the maps. The beta comes equipped with 4 maps: Point to Hug, Gibraltar, Atkins, and the Arden Forest. Let's start with the small footage of the Arden Forest. This is by far one of my favorite and probably the more open of all 4 maps in the beta. It comes equipped with barns, tanks, bunkers, bridges, and 2 mini turrets sitting across from one another. By the way, this is a very good map for you sniping enthusiasts. Now, for this footage, I'm rocking the M1928 assault rifle. This gun makes up for its lack of damage, range, and accuracy with the fastest and most impressive fire rate in its class. It's a really good weapon for the in-your-face type of players that like to run around all over the map. One of the added features to this game, and one of my favorite, is that while you're running and gunning throughout the map, there's all kinds of artillery blowing up all over you, making it challenging for you to hear the opposing enemy. Now shortly, I'm going to show you an example of the mini turrets sitting across from one another. If you can get to these weapons first, and there it is. There are the 2 mini turrets, one across from one another. But if you can get to these mini turrets first, I guarantee you that the opposing team will regret it. If I were to rate this map from 1 out of 10 flying jalapenos, 10 being excellent, I would give this map an easy 9.5. One of my favorite maps of the beta thus far.
Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
Next, we'll take a look at some footage from Gibraltar. This map is impressive and kind of hard to flank the opposition if you're running around with pistols and shotguns. So keep this in mind when the game comes out, unless you don't really care about your KD. Now, this map houses 1 mini turret and can be a camper's dream come true if he gets his hands on the turret and sets a couple of trip mines behind him. In my personal opinion, this is a perfect map for assault and light machine gun classes. So for example, for this footage, I'm using the STG-44 assault rifle. This gun can be reached at level 14 and it's by far the best rifle currently available. The STG should be your weapon of choice if you want to use a fully automatic assault rifle in this game. The Mark of J wasn't kidding when he said that this is the only weapon you need for World War II. This is a very impressive weapon and one that I'll be using come November, and you can count on that. I mean, just look at how fast I'm shredding the enemy. They have no chance whatsoever if you get a clean shot at them. Anyhow, I can't wait to see how this map is going to look once this game comes out and they patch up all the imperfections. This map gets an easy 9 out of 10 flying jalapenos, and I can't wait to play this map again. Now, let's jump into Point to Hug, or what I like to call the trenches. This map is a dream come true for all the shotgun users and submachine gun fanatics. This is an in-your-face type of map, and one that can be a nightmare for snipers and handgun users alike. This map houses bunkers, trenches in the middle of the map, and a lonely building on the trenches of the map. For this footage, I'll be using the Winchester 1897 shotgun along with some footage of the strongest and more versatile SMG in World War II, the Type 100. Although the PPSH-41 is my personal favorite submachine gun of World War II, when it comes to close quarter gunfights, The Type 100 is the best all-around weapon in this class because it has the highest range statistics in the MSG class. It also has very good recoil, as you will see during this video.
We have eyes in the sky.
Now, if shotguns were powerful enough, Sledgehammer decided to add flames to the shotgun shells. This is easily going to make the shotgun the most commonly used weapon in Call of Duty World War II. The Winchester also has a cool feature that lets you toggle between incendiary and regular shotgun shells, as you will see in this footage. If the designers of this game added underground tunnels, this map would easily be a fan favorite. As is, this map gets an easy 8.5 out of 10 flying jalapenos, and it's arguably going to be one of the funnest maps of World War II. Go ahead and enjoy the remaining of the footage of this map before we jump into the next one. So, enjoy!
Fire in the hole. Recon airborne. On the balcony. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Under the plane rack. Enemy is down. I'll draw their fire. There comes your bunker. Diesel bombs ready. Fire in the hole. He's bleeding out. They're on the balcony. Ammo. They're in the radar. Push through. By the
Alright, and now, finally, this brings us to the last map of this video, Atkins. This is by far a camper's map dream come true. Talk about camping spots, this map has them all. Burning buildings after burning buildings, rooms after rooms. This map made me rage quit. There was one game I played where I just backed out of the out because everyone was just camping and just sitting back in the back of the map and not advancing whatsoever. There were trip mines all over the place, and the only way to combat that kind of shenanigans was if you had instinct set up as your basic training. Don't get me wrong, there's always ways to get around the trip mines, but it's the laying and kneeling down around corners that gets me. I'm gonna have to give this map a 7 out of 10 flying jalapenos, and it's the weakest map for me thus far. So that pretty much covers all the maps. Now be on the lookout for my next video where I'll be covering all the guns, tactical and lethal equipment, score streaks and divisions. Now if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, it really helps out my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section, and as always guys, this is your boy Deacon. Have a wonderful day, enjoy the rest of the video or this footage, and I'll see you on my next video.